about to start.
That's how it goes. All right.
Hello and welcome. I hope you like our new studio. Send us a tweet, tell us what you think of it.
Okay, so TSM and NIP, these guys had an amazing best of 3 at Katowice, you may remember. And as we jump into this round, we just have time to reminisce. Yeah, as we do have already a quick push outside there from NIP and Get Right doing what he does over in the heart, just catching those players who are distracted by the rest of the NIP lineup as they go down to the lower bomb site. And you can see Carrigan here, very worried about Get Right, as he is still lurking around, and there's the one-on-one. Carrigan will take that one, and NIP still not with the bomb down just yet. It's looking quite difficult for them.
Okay, so one-man disadvantage for them, and TSM in a good position to punish. TSM do love a good nuke, don't they? In fact, these two teams are probably the two strongest teams at nuke at the moment. Freiburg is the last man standing here for TSM. He is the bomb carrier as well, but it's going to be nigh on impossible for him to find a plant here, as he is in a 1-on-4. Make that 1-on-3. Problem is now he's exposed his position, so the TSM rotation will be even stronger. You can see Device there cutting off Secret should he try to push back towards A. Meanwhile, TSM will just patiently wait, holding angles, and we'll just wait for Freiburg to plant. They've got 20 seconds left for him to do it. We'll see if he manages to convert. I'd be very surprised indeed. Some shenanigans going on. He might have opted actually to just try and get some final kills, as the bomb plant looks pretty much impossible for him.
I love the backwards moves there from Carrigan. It's making it difficult for Freiburg, and he will finally fall. And there it is. Very well controlled there by TSM. They took that slow and steady. They were very aware of how NIP were playing things, and they really they stopped them getting in onto the lower side. They were able to take the kind of long area, that control room, which can successfully allow you to plant that bomb, but they couldn't quite get in on top of that in the end. So it's well played to TSM to prevent that from happening. And now NIP going to go with that very precarious pistol armor.
Very precarious Tech 9. I don't think so, Dan. I think they're favourites right now.
Precarious to Team SoloMid.
Indeed.
That's where I'm going with this.
Ooh, looks like we may. Could they jump onto the main roof here to try and close the distance, go for those one-shots? Could that be what they're trying to do down outside? Oh. Let's have a look.
One thing TSM and especially Device is never afraid of is those outside challenges. But look at this, over top of the smoke. That's pretty smart here from NIP. There's the Dupree in main, not able to do very much. Look at this, NIP closing that distance straight up into hell here. They're rushing in angry with those pistols. Exist able to take down Cajun B, and already a 4-on-4. And TSM adapting, falling back here into safer positions. Good stuff here from Zipnik. There's a quick triple kill from him, and that will be the round shut down. They only lost one player, so that's not too shabby indeed.
Indeed it isn't. So NIP TSM had a very good map of nuke this weekend, and while you know this is a map that has its faults, I think TSM versus NIP is tell me if you disagree, Dan, but I think it's the best possible two teams to have against each other on nuke.
Absolutely. I mean, these are probably the two best nuke teams, and as we do have this moment to reminisce a little bit at Katowice, both. I mean, it looked like TSM was actually going to win that match. They had an amazing T-half to open up the match, and what happened was that NIP managed to come back with an even stronger T side. So we might see a huge quantity of T rounds between these two sides, and maybe even a quick plant here on this pistol, but nope, will be denied by Carrigan.
Not just Carrigan had two players in support there straight away. In fact, he had all the lasers on him there, and Forrest will eat the final lasers. Of course, on the heads of sharks. Laser beams attached to sharks, Dan. Would you be scared?
Yes. Sharks are scary. Actually, I have a phobia of sharks, but I think it shouldn't be a phobia.
You have a phobia of sharks?
Because you should pretty much be afraid of anything that can horribly murder you, James.
Do you encounter sharks often?
Yes. In my imagination. I have a very active imagination, James.
Okay. Alright, so the buy is coming up at NIP. You can see 5 AKs on the board. Still 2 FAMAS, 3 FAMASs and a P90 on TSM, and then Zipnik's odd one out there with an auto sniper.
That's actually a pretty unusual buy to see so early on. And one difference between TSM and NIP here on nuke from their Katowice matchup on this map is that before TSM actually started off on the T side, and this time not only are they starting on CT, but they're winning the pistol. So it's actually looking to be a very different game already. So NIP got to break this economy very soon for a TSM, otherwise things can get scary here, especially with Zipnik's holding onto that auto sniper, locking down the ramp alone at the moment. Going to be seeing some grenades in there from him. But otherwise, NIP are otherwise going to be making their way down towards long again. Can they make it work this time? They couldn't make it work on the pistol, but there's the smoke to cover the plant. And TSM go for the reposition, but here comes Forrest from the back, and he's going to take the quick frag there onto Alu. Things looking very laboured for NIP, but just managing to get that kill from Exist. That's going to help things for this bomb plant. And Get Right pushing into ramp, able to take a quick frag onto Zipnix as well. Auto Sniper down now. That leaves everything on device. He's got full health, he's got a kit, he's got a flash, and a Tech 9. Let's see what he can do with this. He's going to actually just play it a little bit slowly here, perhaps save this, and we'll be able to see that their economy is certainly going to warrant such a move because they've only won 3 rounds so far. And here we go, Device able to catch a quick exit kill here. Switch up for an AK, very nice. And might just get a challenge here from Get Right. It's quite smart here from Get Right to try to go for that. And looks like he's going to pick it up with the auto sniper. So big loss there for TSM, who are now going to be buying fully. And that's going to more or less deplete their reserves of cash.
Auto sniper on the T side of Nuke. It's not every day that you see this. It could, if they don't have an AWP on ramp though, then that could be interesting, because again, you can hold an extremely tight angle, almost like on Mirage B apps, where you can just have like a 1 or 2 pixel gap, and if someone tries to peek at the wrong angle, you will shoot them, and they will know nothing about it. But never mind that. Forrest, all he needs is an AK, and that is an early advantage outside. Let's see how the CTs rotate to try and hold their defense.
That's the AWP down immediately. That's ridiculous. Okay, so Freiburg, they're holding down the lobby defensively, whilst the rest of his teammates, Forrest taking a second kill there onto Cajun B outside, and that's a massive result there for NIP, because TSM now, they only have 3 members left for this defense. Get Right's there as Dupree goes for this counterplay against this movement down long, but it's not going to happen. And now NIP, they've everything. They don't have to worry about any position apart from hell at the moment, where Zipnix is. I mean, Carrigan's there in the hut, but against the 4 players here of NIP, it's going to be hard for him to actually stop this bomb from going down. He's able to take down Freiburg, which will help things a little bit for his team, but that bomb will be planted.
Exist is looking for a huge flank, but CTs are nowhere near him at the moment. We'll see if he manages to engage someone later on. I think they are in fact going for the save. You can see one there. They're going to the respective spawns in fact, so it is a safe for TSM. Let's have a look at the, we'll see the money at the beginning of the next round and see how the CTs are shaping up. NIP going to get their second round on the board here with an auto sniper, no less. Get Right with an auto sniper, not every day you see that.
Well, he did pick it up from Zipnix, and
by the way, Exist is a massive troll.
He
looks like a super nice, quiet person, but he is the biggest troll in Counter-Strike. I'm telling you guys, he is a massive troll.
It's always the shy types that are the massive trolls. You know that, right? It's a universal rule.
I'm not shy, Dan.
I know. You're yourself.
I'm an abomination.
But the shy types, man, you got to watch out for them. Silent but deadly. We do have that 3-2 scoreline now. So NIP doing a good job actually bringing themselves back into this. So TSM definitely need to start swinging things back into their favor, because right now NIP are taking control of the match. And they're going with the same play as they did last round, just leaving Freiburg in lobby just to stop any pushes, any information plays from the CTs from going down, whilst the rest of his teammates slowly but surely make their way outside. However, this time, we aren't seeing TSM giving up any frags outside, and that's a big difference. They're instead adapting more, allowing NIP to move outside.
Oh, he's
my
seen a fish, and rather than using a hook, he's used a missile to blast him out of the water. Zipnix is down, and you've got to assume that Hell Heaven is a worry for the CTs now, wondering how they're positioned towards the ramp area. Look at that! That was a position, in fact, Device behind Mac, but that's not going to be enough to stop Get Right. He picks up the auto sniper once again, and will continue on his merry way.
Go push into the upper bomb side. There's a double there from Carrigan. Excellent work from him. And Dupree lies in wait behind the CT vent as Freiburg makes his way up. And there's the peak. Round is finished off, and we do get a kill, a team kill there. Freiburg on to Get Right. Not sure how that went down exactly. However, TSM 4-2 now. Going to start working back with the monies. And that was a much better way to handle NIP outside. And this is actually something that TSM tend to want to do. They want to challenge outside, but NIP is maybe with the one team that's going to cause them too many troubles out there.
We've got 2 AKs, an AWP, and 2 Deegs. This is the buy from NIP.
Looking for that one Deeg. This could be pretty scary indeed. Where is Ali going with that AWP here? Look at this from Freiburg. Actually takes down Dupree with that Deagle. And things are going to get interesting now here as TSM have to adapt to being a man down early in the round.
You have to assume that TSM also have no idea of the overall buy. All they've heard and seen is a Deagle. They have no idea that they have an AWP. All it is just Freiburg going hell for leather right now towards Wiki. So they may be in for a nasty surprise. As there is 1 minute left on the clock. Get right will go down. And Freiburg and Alu follow. I don't even know if Alu got a shot off in that round.
I know, but it's a 3-on-2 right now. We did see Forrest one deeging there from the silo. And he's got himself an AWP in his hands as well. So TSM with a lot of kills in a row there.
3 versus 2. Do you still favour the T's here? Maybe not anymore. Forrest does find a frag, but versus 2 players with 40 seconds left, he may have to opt for a save here. We'll see. He's picked up the bomb. He seems to be walking towards lobby at the moment. 25 seconds remaining, and the longer he stays invisible for, I was going to say,
they heard him.
The CTs may have to stretch across 2 sites, but they hear him on ramp, and they will position themselves to punish. He's going to go for the plant as well. He's going to lose the AWP here.
He's trying to bait them. There's the door open, so he's knows where Carrigan is, but there's another one by the vents. There's nothing he can do, and if only he had an extra 15 seconds in that moment to just not give that sound cue, he would have had a... That's a great 1-on-2 to go for, because they, even though it's nuke and they can quickly go from site to site, so you can see in that round they decided, okay, we're both just going to hold upper, because then we can trade if he does go upper site. If he doesn't, and we can let him plant lower, and then we'll attack it together, so they can always get 2-on-1. So it's a nice idea by Forrest. But given that sound cue, kind of blew him up.
TSM didn't pick up the AWP either. I don't know if they shot it away and were looking for it, but for whatever reason, they continue with the M4 and the FAMAS. P250 doing some honest work there on device. Ramp is going to be smoked off, so that's going to be in control of the CTs for a while. They get the first frag on to get right. This is an eco here from NIP, so we should be looking at 6-2. So far, so good for TSM.
Alright, 2 quick kills there from Cage and B outside as well. And there's just 2 left with Glocks. Don't expect much from them. They try to get through around. That's not going to happen. Look at this setup here. Cage and B is ready to receive. Receive you will. Exist goes down. And there's the last one as well. So TSM are doing a good job to bring things back into their hands. It was actually looking quite scary because NIP were kind of wrecking them for a while there, but they only actually managed to pull off 2 rounds from, despite that. Actually, looking back at how some of the rounds went, I'm surprised to see that this is 6-2 in favor of TSM. I feel like NIP were hurting them much more than that, but
so it seems Alu is going to be maybe on the NIP for the foreseeable future. I'm kind of sad because I was ready for my trial, and I would have drunk the Red Bulls without asking as well.
So a quick push there from Dupree. I can't make a comment there. Got the action to distract. We'll come back to this James NIP business because right now we've got Device once again taking those 1-on-1s. Is what he loves to do outside, and he's going to be successful here again. So that's 1 player down for either side as NIP keep on trying to pressure as they are moving through ramp now. They're giving up on outside. Cajun B here. There's a great flash there from his teammates. Zipnix and Cajun B locking it down together. Wonderfully so. As now Carrigan is sitting there on the upper side, so no one's going to get through the hut area, which would be the alternative for the rest of the teammates from NIP to move and attack towards. But going back towards ramp, it would seem, and it's going to be cleared up fairly easily so far. There it is. Zipnix with the last kill, and that ramp entry was just completely destroyed.
Yeah, so everything looking somewhat standard at the moment in this map. 7-2 in favor of the CT side. Again, we do wonder how many rounds NIP will manage to get out of this situation. Once again, it is very much a grind. Maybe the biggest grind at the moment in the common map pool here for CSGO. Being on the T side of Nuke. But a preemptive Molotov, but it's not going to be in the right place. That nade, though, going to do some chunky damage. Exist running through smoke, 50 HP. Agent B going to clean up Forest, and they are going down like flies at the moment. Get Right manages to get at least 1 Tech-9 kill. Freiburg and Ali remain. They still carry the bomb, but they are versus 4 CT players. Cajun B, though, only 5 HP. But the TSM guys will get the angles first. That will be a reasonably clean round for them, giving them a 6-round advantage as we go into the last third of the first half. So AK's coming out once again. Forest hasn't bought yet, and indeed will pick up the AWP and some armor. So I think there was a bit of discussion there, some Swenglish, as you may have seen in those POV videos. Let's see where he takes this AWP.
So Roses there on speed, just keeping the pressure on, looking for those early exchanges of damage, and that can actually mean a huge amount here. Ooh, Cajun B, that was so fast, taking down Freiburg. Penetration kill there with that AWP is certainly going to put things in perspective here for NIP now, as with 4 members, they can't really look to go for these one-on-one trades here. They're going to move as a team and set up the trades at this point. Here we go, Zipnix to lock down the stairs. Secret able to take down the spray onto Get Right. Falling back here as Alu tries to trade and catch him as he moves, and he will do just that, taking him out, moving down long, and the bomb is not far behind him. Exist is carrying on to that C4 at the moment and making his way towards that lower site as the path is now cleared by his teammates. We have Dupree there. Oh, just popping off Alu. They're down by the bomb site itself. And that's certainly going to make things a little bit more difficult now, to say the least, here for NIP, who are down to Exist and Forest.
That was a glorious double tap by the CTs there. And there's another one. 2 dinks to the head, and he's going to be out for the count. Carrigan going to clean things up. And I was going to say, it's actually quite interesting that it's Forest who is AWPing and Alu rifling at the moment. So I guess they're opting for different styles. We'll see how things continue. Again, they have lost the round. They are going to eke out the 4th buy here. So we saw a round where they had AKs, AWPs, and Deagles. This time it's going to be 3 AKs, Tech 9, and a P250 on Forest.
Yeah, it's going to have to be quite the play here to break TSM. They've shown nothing but stellar defenses all around that. Freiburg is going to header that grenade back from whence it came. Zipnix goes down on the entry. Device looking for the shot, misses though. Ooh, just barely gets away with his life. Will Get Right as he makes it towards the stairs of Secret. But they know exactly where he is, and Device is going for the finish. He won't get it. Get Right will hold down the spot, but here it is, the bomb planted lower now. And here comes the retake. Carrigan in with 1. We do have a man in Tox. Freiburg poking out from the door as well. It's looking quite hard now for the Danes. Dupree and Cajun B remaining. And don't even like the looks of this, it would seem. Lots of time gone on the bomb already. Cajun B will pick up Get Right. And you gotta imagine that Cajun B knew Get Right would be lurking around there. I mean, Get Right is in such an annoying spot. They're just waiting for someone to drop down to the vents before just backstabbing them. But a couple exits here from Cajun B. Only Forest will be left alive, but looking good here for TSM.
All right, so let's see if NIP can get any more boards on the round. I haven't had one for a while, but they are finally there. Okay, so we've got the AWP. Now the AWP's on Alu rather than Forest. We'll see if he can do anything with it. I think the boost is coming in. And there it is. Okay, so who knows what happened there. Shift and tab, please. Okay. Alright, so there are 3 people left for NIP. Falling like flies once again. They've only managed to take out one of the CTs here. So they are in, once again, a difficult position. They are carrying the bomb, though. Bomb is lurking, but may find some friends, some Danish friends, very soon. So I think Forrest was probably spotted going down Secret and may try to double back here. Team up with Get Right. Get some shenanigans on the go. He is going to take out Device, missing another AWP shot here. Could that open up the round for NIP? Forrest going to rotate back down Secret, while Get Right goes towards main. So they have a few different options here. They could try and get a frag onto either site and quickly rotate the respective teammate.
All right, well, here. It's going to be quite difficult, but there it is. Get right, able to take down KGB. That's going to give Forest a chance. 1-on-2, goes up quick for the frag. Karrakin falls immediately, and Forest knows now that he can go for that plant quickly, but he's going to play the shenanigans there. Xyp9x is going to be just momentarily fooled by that. Forest going to buy himself some extra time. Xyp9x going down the fence fast. Oh, and he gets greeted with a headshot. Excellently done there by the man Forest, as we do have ourselves another round there for NIP. So good stuff here from them as they bring themselves back into the match. Of course, 9-4 from TSM, so they're having a decent half considering the kind of resistance that NIP have been throwing their way. You have to remember as well also that TSM managed to win the pistol round, so these have been rounds hard fought from NIP.
Oh, look at that nade onto Get Right. I was going to say, 9-6 is still possible here, which would be massive for NIP, but that nade was massive in Get Right's face. Going to leave him with no teeth. Device getting tagged once again. No AWP for the CTs on this occasion. No AWP for NIP either. So you're going to be an honest round of tapping, and Forest will be the first to fall. Get Right almost gets followed up, but revenge nade there. Going to take down Device and make it a 4 versus 4.
That's a ridiculous duel from Device and Forest there. That says it all, but we'll return to that in a moment here. We got KGB, could just fill the hole that was made from Device falling in this position. Does pick up the kill onto Get Right though, and Alu not going for the quick trade. There it is, does take down Alu and falls back as well. So just 2 men left here now for NIP. Got the bomb dropped outside in the worst spot ever, really, at the moment for NIP. And we got Xyp9x here by the ramp. So he's able to quickly help towards heaven if he needs to. But there's the challenge, and there's the frag. 10-4 now for TSM, as they show no problems there, really. And you got to laugh at just the fact that Device takes that 1-on-1 against Forest. He so consistently just pops people's heads with that AK on that silo, and he's just sidestepping. I think it was like the 7th attempt, and then he actually finally connected with Forest's head there. So that's pretty brave in my book.
Yeah, I have to agree with you there. So, yeah, it's the 4th spy again. Obviously, it's the last round, so it's always going to be the 4th spy here. Lots of Tech 9s. No primary guns here. No rifles for NIP. Lots of flashbangs, though. See how much space they can take for them. Device holding a nice angle there, but will he find an engagement? Could be a main push here from the Ts. Again, I'm going to want to close that distance with those pistols, but the CTs are the ones getting the frags here. And this could be a very fast round indeed, as only Get Right is alive at the moment. 4 HP versus 3. Bomb down as well. We're looking at 11-4.
Absolutely, and Get Right can do the unthinkable here against TSM, but surely not just 4 points on him. So not much to do. And there it is, 11-4. And TSM, all they need to do again, as it's Nuke, they just need that pistol round and they can close it out easily. However, again, if NIP are able to lock it down on their CT pistol, it's going to be an interesting match here, because I would say, I mean, personally in my books, I feel like these are the 2 best teams on Nuke. I really feel like that. NIP have a much different CT side, or style of their side, than TSM do. TSM want to challenge outside, they want to put pressure on there quite a lot. Whereas NIP, they like to give it outside away. And I think Alu's been playing ramp for them in recent maps of this, so they just play really defensive and they adapt very well.
I think we might be looking at a wall of smokes here. I see 2 smokes going out. I know those smokes. Those are liquid adrenaline smokes, if I'm not mistaken. And outside will be walled out. I remember when Astana Dragons would do that wall every round on the T side. So people had no idea if they were outside or inside. And again, you can see TSM have walked inside while faking outside. Let's see if they go for an A push here. Looks like a timing thing, but they have been spotted, so now they're playing contact. 1 frag per team at the moment. Bomb is down. That's going to have a full rotation from the CTs. Only 2 Ts left here. And Cajun B is the last one remaining. So, let's see.
Counter-terrorists win.
All right, so it's going to be the round there for us taking it. So there you go. We're going to get NIP keeping us in this match. And that's good news. So all of you who want to see Counter-Strike, all of you NIP fans as well. And I'm very curious to see if NIP will go with that very defensive style that they are known to go with. To be honest, it's not really that exploitable. It's not really something that you can say, okay, well, they always play like this, so if we do this, then we can kind of like just beat it, we can exploit it. It's just quite a safe style that they respond very well, they adapt very well, and they rotate very well to what they see. In the way outside again. despite having the range advantages. Get right there, just peeking over. He's going to take a quick couple frags if they do avail themselves to him. And we do get some trades coming in, but it's just KGB left. But they've managed to kill 2 players, so that's decent damage. We don't see any armor on KGB here, so light investment. TSM are a team that don't often go for that armor buy with their pistols on the second round. And there you go.
That was meaty. That was meaty. That was a pound of beef right there. Straight to the face.
All right, so what do you think? What do you think here? Because NIP, you know, we know how they play. TSM know how they play. Do you think they're going to be able to beat out their kind of passive style?
I think it should end up being close. When we get towards the end game, I expect it to be. We're talking clutch rounds. We're talking 13 plus for both teams here because again they are very strong on this map. But TSM had an interesting pistol strat there. I have to wonder what else they have. Although I'm sure they left everything at Katowice here, so I'm not expecting any massive surprises, as that was just a few days ago. But so far so good here for the CT side. Halu's still rolling around with big pop-up pump. He's looking for that AWP money. That's that's the fund my life gun. That's what you should call it. Fund my orbs.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome when you start racking up the cash with those things. It feels good. And Ali's, oh my god, he's making that money. He's making the bank. Going to be picking up a lot of kills with that.
5,600 in the bank.
That is nice. That's really invaluable on the CT side as well. When you tend to get a lot of momentum winning a lot of rounds, but it tends to be that the Ts have to consistently deal damage to have you within that eco. And this obviously is a great effort towards preventing that situation from ever happening. But now the buy for TSM.
But not for Alu. He's still with the Nova. He has all the money in the bank, but he is going to keep it Dirty Harry here. He wants that raw, those raw nasty guns.
Yeah,
for him.
I like that. I mean, if he plays to the strengths of the Nova at the close ranges, it's definitely a legitimate choice, even against these AKs. And it's so cost efficient to work this way. It shows good understanding of strategy.
You have to think he's banking on a ramp push not coming in as well. But the ramp push is coming in. So now he's got a shotgun versus 4 AKs, and he will not win. Device is going to take him out straight away. Now, TSM have options. They don't need to push B straight away, but Exist is already on the flank here. He wins the first duel as well. Can he find a second? Going to engage, but it's going to back off. They have control of lobby. That's going to be very hard for TSM to push onto the A side. They have ramp, but they don't have either site at the moment, so their options are very limited indeed.
And you can see how tentative KGB is, as he is not really got a teammate to help trade for him if he is to try to push here. And with just 3 men left, you don't want to lose someone without at least one trade. And they are now making their way down. Forest in an amazing position here. Going to spot that nade over. Get Right's going up on the flank. Forest picks up the first kill as they scramble to try to trade on him. The flash comes in at perfect timing as the flank arrives from Get Right. That was like clockwork there from NIP. Fantastic work. And that's going to give them one more round and force TSM to go for somewhat of a save here.
Okay, so we'll see what comes of this round for the Ts, if anything. Again, guys, make sure you tweet us. Tell us what you think of the new studio. Tweet at Faceit or Dan or I. I'm sure you know our Twitters by now. And hopefully you'll get a longer glance of it following this game. But for now, we do have an eco here from TSM. NIP closing the distance in rounds here. And TSM trying to close the distance over Team Main, but that's not going to go in their favor as Forest going to pick up 2 kills. Kerrigan, though, taking out Forest afterwards, but only 2 players remaining here. And, ooh, that was a nice tag indeed. But not too much damage there on the NIP side, losing 1 player, but he picks up an AK. That was lost by the last NIP player who died, so.
Yeah, and the problem for NIP now is that they could potentially have is Device on the AWP, but they understand how the money is going for their opponents here. They're going to know that it's very likely, because they would have studied TSM, they know the AWP should be in the hands of Device here, and that's going to encourage an even more passive kind of play where they don't really peek and give potential picks to Device, and that's the strength of this weapon, is to find those early round picks. But if they force the AWP to go close because they're not giving them any of those kind of angels or those early peaks outside, then Device can't really use the AWP. It's not really fit for purpose anymore. So NIP, you can see they are in fact going for that kind of a style. They are playing very passively, not going for any kinds of peaks at all. Reinforce the upper bomb site, and the Device is really going to get nothing out here as they slowly take control of outside. But it's the next step that really is going to be the big one here for TSM. What do they do with this outside control?
Okay, they've got 50 seconds to play with here, but the flank is coming into Secret. The CTs are looking for their information, and they're going to find it shortly. Maybe even get sped up as that AWP tries to take up somebody in the Hell area. Forrest actually just going to hold an angle there, and Carrigan finally gets the shot onto Get Right with assistance. So, see if TSM can breach his sight. Oh, look at that angle. He has no idea, but he's shot Freiberg down to 21 HP. Forrest going to try and hold Secret, but to no avail here. Some revenge kills coming in for NIP. One-man advantage. 17 seconds. Can TSM get the bomb down? Last remaining CT in the A side exists. We'll put a stop to things here. And that is another round in the bag for NIP.
Yeah, 11 to 10 now, so NIP climbing back very, very well, and TSM not showing that they have quite the kind of power behind their punches that NIP were throwing at them in their T-half, because they did excellent work constantly keeping the damage on to NIP, and we're going to see now that, sorry, the other way around, that's NIP were doing TSM, so now we're going to see the auto sniper on Get Right, and he's going to be working that one outside, so they are switching their setup here. This might not be expected at all here from TSM's perspective. Can they catch Get Right though, or will they get caught off by this? Looks like a couple tags there, but no frag. Ooh. Carrigan gonna snap or straight onto Get Right, and that is a big win there outside for TSM.
It was nice that obviously with the AWP they only need one shot, but Get Right wasn't holding the angle to engage the AWP. Unfortunately, didn't manage to get the frag as he rotated over towards T-Red, and then he got scalped basically. He got done with the quick razor. So, ramp still smoked off for the time being. T's will be slowed on their advance to either site. But they do have control of Secret, as you can see here from Device. Got a teammate as well. Nice, always good to have support for the AWP, especially in those close ranges. Olu, he's playing a position where they might look to their right before they pop out. That's exactly what they're going to do. But he doesn't get a frag on either of them. He taps them down, but not enough. That will be the ramp area loss. Only exists now versus 4 players. 24 seconds on the clock, though. He could still do significant damage. If they choose the wrong side to plant and he's in position, they may run out of time if he can survive. That's not going to be the case, though. Bomb does go down, and now you have to wonder if Exist will just play for exit frags, try and do as much damage as possible, or if he will opt to try and save his weapon. He has no idea, though, what is safe, what is not. If he tries to save somewhere, most places he has to cross open space to go outside, and he could be a sitting duck, so he will go for the exits, it seems.
That's a smart play from Exist, and see how many he can rack up. There's 2. Not going to get anything else, but it definitely was a little bit disappointing from Ali's perspective. He was not able to get at least one frag out of that kind of 2-man push there, because in all honesty, as you said, he had a really nice committed position where he is going to die there, but he has such an advantage, as we saw. But that first jump, wasting all those bullets, really kind of threw him off on the recoil, and that opened up ramp, and Device was able to actually finally get his AWP kill as well. So will he be able to do more damage yet with this AWP still? NIP did a decent job denying him in the previous rounds. He only got that 1 frag onto Freiberg in the lower area by the vents. But now Forrest is on an AWP. He's in a very interesting position, I've got to say. So Device trying to win his team this outside control, just taking all the angles. But Forrest is the man that's going to ruin it all here. Right as well, present in the garage. So they are changing how much focus their team has on the outside. RNIP.
Get Right, baiting pretty hard for his teammate Forrest, but they are not taking it just yet. But very interesting to see how much NIP have changed their CT setup, and there it is. It's a dirty position from Forrest, has been revealed, and the T's will retreat now. Gonna have to adjust their approach here. Device looking for the revenge frag, gonna spot a knee, but not gonna get any tag onto Forrest. Second time proves the charm, and they know where Get Right is, and now he is somewhat isolated. But there's only 25 seconds on the clock now, and there's still 4 CTs alive, so how are they going to do this?
Oh, this is really nice here. TSM barreling into the side here, trying to get those frags, but Alu going to stop Cage and B up on the ladder, up on Heaven. Get Right still outside, though, as the frags will come in from him, but the bomb is down and the health is low for NIP, as they are in this retake scenario. Smoke down on main for Get Right to make his way through. And they don't know where the players are just yet. Alu going to be able to spot that headshot onto Zipnix. I don't believe it. Get Right now in a 1-on-2, and Alu picks up the kill, making up for past transgressions over at Ramp. He's going to get the defuse, and that's going to bring NIP back in the match.
That was really interesting because Get Right was just outside where Carrigan was kind of through the wall on CT vents. And obviously Carrigan would have heard Get Right reloading. And they must have presumed that Carrigan was likely to be playing that position on the site. And Get Right basically didn't push the site, let his teammate do the work for him. And that was very well done indeed. Nice retake there by NIP, and it definitely keeps them in this game. And again, we are heading towards a clutch situation here. 12-11 in favor of TSM. Hanging on to their lead by a thread now. Could be a fast A push here. So many nades. No idea what's going on right now. There's a first frag from Exist onto the site. Gets a second one as well. And this push has been completely halted here by the CTs. Nobody dead. Hardly even touched. 2 players remaining for TSM.
Yeah, it's not looking close at all. So TSM going to be down another round. That's going to tie things up. And you've got to start liking NIP's chances, not just because their money is going to start looking quite nice after that round, but because TSM haven't really shown a strong way to break NIP's defenses. And to add insult to injury in that sense, NIP have been swapping their setups, or rather, I guess a better word is just altering their setups, modifying them quite a lot. So TSM never know quite what kind of resistance they're going to be up against outside. We saw that really dirty position from Forest in the previous round, the baiting. Sometimes they're really passive outside, sometimes it's just Get Right. And once again, going to get these Glocks now here from TSM as they go for the save, and they're going to run into nothing but NIP players with these massive weapons. The easy frags here. And there you go. Freiburg going to finish it off. 13-12 now as the buy will come in from TSM.
Yeah, somewhat standard round there again on the eco. Your chances are very limited indeed. NIP are a notoriously hard place to flash on the A site as well. I've seen people attempt it on Freiburg when he's playing Rafters above Squeaky, and he manages to avoid quite a lot of them, although it's not every team you see solid drills from, although again we have seen some nice attempts here from TSM, but so far unsuccessful with them on towards the A site. Early on in the round, fast pushes. They are going to have set nades, it seems.
They're going to play that standard round that we saw so many times from NIP on their T side. And Forest, with that push into radius, going to pick off their lurker in lobby. Zipnix goes down, and Get Right picks up a kill as they go down into the lower site, in through Secret. And that was not supposed to happen. They were supposed to have their lurker alive. They were supposed to go down with 4 still breathing, but it's going to be only 3, and there's no one to flank for them now. So this is looking horrendous, but as we have, of course, a little bit of a crash. I remember we experienced these many times before, James. It was, what was it? It was that bug where you tried to go to that third-person camera.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good old days. Good old days. And we would crash, and it would always be on Overpass because it didn't have any third-person.
Yeah,
awesome
Overpass. Cameras. Yeah, Overpass and Cobble don't have any third-person views whatsoever. So those are awkward indeed. So anyway, sorry about this, guys. Sometimes the game crashes. What are you going to do, eh?
We should just, I don't know, we should go back to
this is
physical sports, James. None of this electronic stuff.
Chess.
It's not reliable.
Chess.
We could play chess on the stream. Maybe we should play chess on these massive monitors. Get touchscreen monitors, and we can play chess on them.
We could. Touchscreen chess. I can't say I've done that before, Dan.
Blitz chess. Money match.
Blitz chess. What's blitz chess?
Blitz chess is when you have to take turns really fast.
Oh, how much time do you have?
Depends. You can have like 5 minutes. It can range. You can set what time.
5 minutes is really fast?
5 minutes, 10 minutes, 2 minutes. Depends. Whatever you want, James. Okay,
well, I think we are about to get back into the game, guys. So 12-14, NIP 2 rounds away from taking game 1. And Team SoloMid have managed to collect an AWP. I don't think this was a force buy here because Device doesn't have any armor. Forest is dead, so I think it's very reasonable to assume that Forest AWP has been poached.
Wow.
Device, though, not going to be able to... well, he got a trigger off, but wasn't in the right place, unfortunately for him.
Indeed, and just the pistols as you can see, so you can't really expect all that much here from TSM, and well, they're not going to deliver that much either. So they get to go and try and reach that overtime now. They're going to have to buy double AWP, Cajun B, Device. This is going to get messy. There's no AWP here for NIP, and that's quite interesting because they have run auto sniper setups out and AWP setups outside a few rounds, but this time it's not going to be the case. This time it's just going to be the rifles. So this actually could get awkward for TSM because NIP will probably presume there will be AWPs in play, and we're going to see that really passive style from them. So TSM, to make this work, are going to have to play a pretty aggro style with these AWPs. That's going to be pretty fun to watch. Oh, Device, he's not going to get much luck, is he? Get right, winning that one-on-one. The quick draw, get right against the AWP Device. Definitely things not going too well here for TSM. We've got Zipnix and Cajun B left now, as only Frybeg and Alu have been taken out. And as far as position goes at the moment, all they have is radio. That's not very good.
Yeah, it's less than fantastic, Dan. It would be a polite way of putting it.
Less than marvelous.
Yeah, so they've got a reasonable amount of time on the clock, considering there are only three CTs remaining. But again, AK and an AWP. It may not be a fast take of one of these sites. Forest is in what's commonly known as control, which is a very strong position towards the B bomb site. Pretty much impossible to get a plant there without him at least having a pop in that position. So they're going to go for the smoke plant, and he's going to have to go solo. And that's why control is so powerful there. Very easy kill there for Forest. Now it's an AWP versus 3 players. Not going to be favoring TSM here. 15 seconds on the clock. Got a plant versus 3. Simply not going to happen. That's going to be a round for NIP. That's going to be the map as well. So I said it would be 13 plus.